The quiet cost of freedom. The sun had not yet risen over the desert when the soldiers gathered outside the temporary command building. The air was cool, the kind of quiet that comes just before the day begins its work. In places like this, far from home, far from familiar streets and voices, morning often felt sacred. They stood shoulder to shoulder, boots in the dust, uniforms worn from long days and longer nights. They were different people with different stories. One had left behind a young child who still believed their parent could fix anything broken in the world. Another had a mother who prayed every night beside a small kitchen table, whispering the same words to heaven, "Bring them home safe." One had only just begun adulthood, still learning what life might become. And another had already lived enough years to know that freedom is never as simple as the word sounds. But here they were together. Not because they loved war, but because they loved something greater than themselves. Service, duty. The quiet promise that when a nation calls, someone must answer. War is loud in history books. Explosions, headlines, battles, with names that echo through generations. But the truth is that war is mostly quiet. It is the sound of boots walking long patrols in darkness. It is the hum of generators at night. It is the soft laughter of soldiers telling stories about home. It is the silent courage of men and women who know the risk and step forward anyway. Back home, the world keeps moving. Children go to school. People drive to work. Flags wave above small town buildings and city streets. Most never meet the people who stand watch over those ordinary days. But the soldiers know. They know what it means to stand between danger and the people they love. They know that sometimes the cost of that duty is everything. When the moment came when the sky lit with sudden violence, there was no time for speeches, no time for last words. Only the instinct that soldiers carry deep in their bones. Protect each other. Stand firm. Do your duty. Even when fear rises like a storm. Even when the future becomes uncertain. And then silence again. The desert wind moved across the base. The sun slowly climbed over the horizon. Somewhere far away, families would soon receive the kind of knock on the door that changes life forever. The knock no one wants. The knock that carries both sorrow and honor. But sacrifice does not vanish when a life ends. It becomes something else. It becomes memory. It becomes gratitude. It becomes the quiet understanding that freedom is never free. Every generation inherits it because someone before them chose courage over safety. If you look at the image again, the soldiers standing beneath the flag, the eagle watching above, the Statue of Liberty holding her torch, you see more than symbols. You see a promise that the story of those who serve will not be forgotten, that their names will live in the hearts of those they protected, and that somewhere, in towns and cities across a grateful nation, people will pause, place a hand over their heart, and whisper the simplest tribute a country can offer. Thank you. Because behind every flag that waves in freedom, there are those who gave everything so it could fly.